Shop online at sojewelry.com. Southern Oregon Jewelry.
Watching out for you. This is Newswatch 12 at 4.
Fire season is in full effect here in Southern Oregon. And with that, ODF held a live training today to help crews prepare at a moment's notice. Thanks for joining us on Newswatch 12 at 4. I'm Brian Morton.
And I'm Alicia Rubin. Newswatch 12's Adam Schooms was a part of that training and has a story.
With fire season alive and well, ODF tells me that fire training scenarios just like the one behind me prepares firefighters for scenarios just like we saw last night in Central Point.
It's part of our fire school program. It's something that we try to do every year. The point is that it gives our new firefighters who haven't really experienced hands-on firefighting a chance to get out and try all the tactics that they've been learning in the classroom.
This type of training allows crews to closely mimic a grass fire response in a controlled environment that the fire training staff monitors. For some, this is their first exposure to fighting a wildland fire. The scenario provides the newest recruits a hands-on opportunity to apply what they've learned in the ODF Fire School classroom over the past 2 weeks.
It's a good opportunity for them to try it out and to get a good feel for it and have that experience where it's not a rush situation, it's not an emergency, and they can really just make sure that they're doing the things correctly, that they're asking the questions that they need to ask.
Firefighters worked on pump and roll tactics and fireground communications to refresh skills needed for the 2021 fire season. 12 acres will be burned today, with additional 12 tomorrow in the same area. In Central Point, Adam Schooms, Newswatch 12.
Stormwatch 12 Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman joined us now with a look at those storms that again are going to cause some concern late in the afternoon.
Yeah, more storms popping up, mainly east of the Cascades right now. Here's a look at our satellite and radar imagery, and you can see very spotty activity right now in Klamath County as well into portions of Lake County. A few of these producing some lightning flashes, also some heavier downpours, and there is still the potential that maybe we see some small hail and gusty winds. Not much happening in Siskiyou County, but there is a threat for thunderstorms as we move into this evening. We'll have to watch this batch of showers and storms in Modoc County as it works its way generally to the west. So storms, what we're really going to be watching for, of course, is lightning and that potential for new wildfire starts. We do have a red flag warning that goes until 7 o'clock this evening for Siskiyou and Modoc County. And then as we head into tomorrow, finally the thunderstorm and lightning threat will end. But temperatures start heating up, and we have some significant heat in the forecast as we head into the weekend. Basically, our entire region under an excessive heat warning from Saturday through Tuesday. We'll talk how hot it's going to get coming up.
Continuing on the fire watch, firefighters have fully lined a fire that broke out along the Bear Creek Greenway north of the Jackson County Expo last night. That fire, now called the Dean Creek Fire. Newswatch 12 was there at the fire last night as crews fought to get it under control. The fire started about 6 o'clock near Dean Creek Road, deep in some blackberry bushes. It spread to about 3 acres because of windy conditions and the tough terrain. Fire crews had a difficult time getting ahead of the fire for several hours. Today, Fire District 3 said the crews were focusing on removing hazard trees and mopping up. The cause of the fire remains under investigation, but fire officials said the area did see some lightning strikes on Tuesday. Jackson County Parks says the firefight was helped by preventative clearing of brush in the area earlier in the year, something that was accomplished through a partnership with multiple local agencies. The Dean Creek Fire was on county-owned property, which had been part of the Jackson County fuel reduction work.
Today, Mount Ashland reported a fire that started last night around 5 p.m. after a tree was struck by lightning just below the Mount A ski lodge off Juliet. The lightning was during a downpour, so the fire never spread beyond the initial tree. Firefighters arrived quickly, extinguished the fire, and moved on to another plume of smoke off the knoll to the northwest of the ski area. That small fire was producing a small amount of smoke this morning, and crews continued to work on that fire today. And firefighters also put out a fire just outside the Ashland watershed yesterday. That fire is named the Bull Fire. Fire officials say it started during the lightning storm that we saw on Tuesday. ODF's infrared aircraft also detected 3 fire starts, and engine and hand crews responded. 2 of those fires were found in the Beaver Creek and Cook and Green area. And today, a crew is hiking to reported fires to attack any fire starts that they find. Meanwhile, detection aircraft, staffed lookouts, and ground firefighting resources continue to patrol for any new starts.
Turning our attention now to the cutoff fire. That's a fire that's been burning near Bonanza. Overnight, detection operations were done using multiple methods. Firefighters say the fire hasn't grown in the past 24 hours. Last night on Newswatch 12, we told you about the updated acreage that was reported after more accurate mapping was completed. The fire stands at 1,288 acres. It is now 41% contained. Hotspots were a main concern, so last night detection flights provided a better look at what area firefighters need to focus on today. Governor Kate Brown is commuting the sentences of 41 inmates who helped fight last year's historic wildfires. 23 of them are expected to be released on July 22nd. The remaining 18 will have 12 months reduced from their sentences. Fireworks are one of the first things that comes to mind when people think of the upcoming 4th of July holiday.
And with the state slowly starting to reopen from the pandemic, people are anxious to celebrate. Newswatch 12's Samantha Didion spoke with a local firework vendor about this year's demand.
Fireworks sales in Oregon began yesterday, and the Discount Fireworks Superstore says they're seeing an increase in sales despite the hot and dry conditions we're seeing in our area.
The increased fire danger we're seeing is not stopping people from purchasing their fireworks for a 4th of July celebration. Karen King is the assistant manager for the Discount Fireworks Superstore in Central Point, and she says they had a great opening day.
We were just really kind of surprised for the first day in the middle of the week, but we did very well, very well. I would say that our sales was probably at maybe 20% from, a normal year.
King says they're advising all of their customers to be responsible with fireworks this fire season. Fireworks can only be purchased in Oregon from June 23rd until July 6th. The Discount Fireworks Superstore is open 7 days a week from 9 a.m. until 11 p.m. Reporting in Central Point, Samantha Didion, Newswatch 12.
On the heat watch, Siskiyou County public health officials issued a warning following the excessive heat warning for Siskiyou County. Signs of heat exhaustion include feeling faint or dizzy, excessive sweating, cool, pale, clammy skin, nausea or vomiting, and muscle cramps. Everyone is at risk for heat-related illness, but older adults and children are more susceptible.
And people are getting prepared and ready for that massive heat wave Matt's been talking about. Some are dealing with failing air conditioners, which has HVAC companies staying busy. MP Heating and Air Conditioning in Portland says they're getting 200 calls a day, booking about 1 to 2 weeks out. By then, this heat wave may have passed. We'll see what Matt says. So what are people doing in the meantime?
The coils are clean, make sure your drains are not clogged, make sure that the system does not have anything impeding airflow. So make sure you have clean air filters, make sure all of your vents are open, make sure none of the return intake openings are blocked, and that the system just has somewhere to send that air that it's producing.
Now, he asked that people understand he and his cohorts are doing their very best at a very busy time.
Maybe a good idea to check your car as well before we start to see those triple-digit temperatures. AAA says that hot weather can actually kill more vehicle batteries than cold weather, so now's the time to get some work done in your car if you need it. You can check the car battery to make sure the cable connections are clean and tight. You can schedule a checkup, have your oil changed, fluid level checked, and tire pressures checked before you hit the road. And they say make sure you pack an emergency kit, have it including a phone charger, a flashlight, and a first aid kit, as well as some drinking water and some snacks for travelers and pets.
Right now, Medford School District is breaking ground on a third middle school. You're taking a live look at that ceremony that started at 4 o'clock just 8 minutes ago. Now, this area may look a little familiar. This is at Central Medford High School, which will become the district's newest middle school. Today's ceremony is to commemorate the start of renovations. The middle school is set to reopen in the fall of 2023, and you can see Superintendent Champion addressing the crowd right there.
Today, a deputy with the Jackson County Sheriff's Office is now cleared of any wrongdoing arising from a shooting near Wimer in May that left one man dead. According to the Jackson County District Attorney's Office, the Deputy Travis Coate, a veteran law enforcement officer, responded to a call. While responding, the deputy learned that the suspect could be armed and made statements threatening suicide by cop. The deputy reported that the suspect had a rifle and was in a car driving closer to him before stopping and revving the engine. The deputy reported seeing the suspect manipulating the bolt action and seeing him raising the gun. That's when the deputy opened fire, killing the suspect. During the investigation, a phone was found in the suspect's car that had a message sent to a doctor stating, "You might want to cancel my appointment Friday because I will more than likely be dead by then. Thank you, goodbye." According to the DA's office, there was also a bullet found in the chamber of the suspect's gun. A grand jury deliberated for 25 minutes before ruling that the deputy's actions were justified.